All right, so we are headed back into the deep Amazon. Now, again, this is not live commentary because I didn't have my microphone plugged in when I was initially recording this. So this is all added in later. And I was looking up here because I thought that maybe the dropships would fly by again, but they only fly by the first time you start the level. But now that I have Slapshot, it'll be much easier to take down the enemies in this village. Now, what you could do is there's a cliff off to my left right there. You could go to the top of that cliff and have a good vantage point to take out the enemies from up there. And it's a really good vantage point, but there's a lot of trees that get in the way. And whenever I try to take the enemies out from up there, I end up shooting the trees more than I do the enemies. So I don't really like it. So I'm just going to go in here and take care of these guys. Close quarters combat. And there's supposed to be a heavy unit here, or at least I thought there was supposed to be a heavy unit here, but apparently there's not. Now you got to be careful. Try to make sure that your shots, if you're fighting in this little village, that all your gunfire kind of stays within the village, because you might attract enemies from farther out in the jungle to you if they see the explosions. Oh, there's one more guy right there. And there we go. Dead. So we're gonna get this Decepticon. And I think there should be some stealth gorillas up here soon. Yeah, right there. That's a stealth gorilla. And also right there's a stealth gorilla, except that one's invisible. That one's in stealth mode. Now what they do is they have this EMP blast. Now what this EMP blast does, like right there, this EMP blast, if it hits you, it saps your the energon out of your minicons. So basically the charge in all of your minicons goes down to 0, and you can't use any of them until they recharge. And it's annoying as all get out. So if you ever see a gorilla unit stand up on its hind legs and start twirling its hand, it's about to shoot an EMP blast at you, and you want to get out of the way. But I'm going to take down this heavy unit real quick. Now, power linking with your minicon, which is, you know, what happens when you go slow-mo there, it's really handy for dodging missiles. I might have already said that, but if there's ever homing missiles being shot at you, go into power links mode. It's really helpful. And we got him smoking, so that's pretty good. Oh, okay. My shields are down. And again, only... Oh, crap. Gorilla units. Oh, I'm being surrounded. This is not... Oh, and I got hit by an EMP blast. See, now my minicons are down to 0. My armor minicon, armor's constant effect, so that one never gets depleted by the EMP blast. But anything that relies on a charge will get depleted. Oh. Got hit again. And this battle is just not going good. They also... Oh, wow. I think he got hit by the... I didn't realize that the first playthrough. I think that gorilla unit got hit by the heavy unit's missile. Oh, barely got him. All right, so we almost got this heavy unit down. Okay, and now we just got to get the gorilla unit. There we go. Now these guys can be extremely tough. Like, you can shoot them over and over and over again, and they just won't die. They also have a melee move that they do, where if you get too close, they'll pick you up and then slam you into the ground. But they tend to stick to the jungles. Now that minicon that we just saw, we're going to go get it, but I'm going to save first because that was a really tough battle. And I think this one is also guarded by gorilla units. Yeah. Yeah, and they're called stealth gorillas because they can turn invisible. It's really annoying. But generally, you know, You can still kind of see them when they're invisible, and if your cursor turns red, just shoot. They're really hard to see when they're invisible and standing next to a minicon, because they're hard to see when they're invisible, but then when they're standing next to the minicon, they're kind of hidden by the glow of the minicon. So always be extra cautious when approaching minicons. Holy crap. There's a heavy unit shooting at us. And I have no clue where from. Oh, over there. I have no clue how I attracted his attention. Because there is that heavy unit that we fought right next to the bridge, but there's also a heavy unit on the other side of the bridge. Unless a dropship dropped off another one. I guess that's possible. Now, once you get decent minicons, heavy units really aren't that big of a deal. Unless there's, you know, 2 or 3 of them attacking you at the same time. But like this right here, this is nothing. Do you remember when heavy units used to be hard to fight? I do. I remember when a heavy unit was our boss battle for the Amazon. Now they're just incredibly easy to take out. And any health you lose fighting them, you can just get back when you kill them from the energon that they drop. Okay, so we got a heavy unit on the other side of this bridge. So we're going to save real quick. And he just noticed me. Now be careful on this bridge. It's really easy to fall off. Oh yeah, and those turrets, they shoot at you. Do not get hit by them. I know that's common sense, but if the turret's missiles hit you, it's not that it does an insane amount of damage, it just knocks you flying through the air, and it's really annoying. And I hate missiles. Stop shooting missiles. Alright. So you want to be really careful on the bridge because, as you can see, it dips down a bit and it's really easy to fall off. And look at that. The turrets hit him for us. That was actually kind of handy. Now, as long as you keep moving, the turrets really aren't that big of a threat because they shoot to where you're at. So as long as you move, you'll be out of the way before the turrets hit the ground. And there we go. Gonna go ahead and save again. Saving is always a good idea. Now these turrets, again, I know I keep saying this, they're really not that big of a threat. But see, look at this bridge. It's dipping up and down. I think I fall off of it here soon. Yeah, because it goes up like that and then I fall. But if you go over to the side, you could get back up. So we got one smoking already. And I missed. Kind of. Okay, got one. So yeah, if you go up right here, you could get back on land really easy. And the turrets, if you get too close to them, they do this. They put up their shields, so you can't attack them at all. There's another heavy unit over there. Deal with him real quick. There's a lot of heavy units. I don't remember there being this many. Oh yeah, and your minicon will help you fight. Not very much, but as you can see, he's shooting the heavy unit for me, helping me out a little bit. It's really, he really doesn't do that much of a difference, but it can be helpful sometimes. Yeah, don't get too close to the jungle. I know I mentioned this, but in the jungle, that's where the guerrilla units are, so try to keep your fighting out in the open, because guerrilla units are just a pain. Now there's this butter zone with the turrets. There's this butter zone you could stay in where you're too far back for them to use their shields, but you're too close for them to shoot you, so they can't do anything except try to move away. That's what I was doing with that turret right there. Yeah, the minicon on that dropship, we can't get it yet. If you try to shoot the dropship down, the minicon will just disappear and vanish. There will be no minicon, because I thought if you shot the dropship down, the minicon would fall and you could go collect it, but it just disappears. So we'll need to get on top of the dropship to be able to get the minicon, and we can't do that until we unlock another minicon in the next level. A really helpful minicon. Perhaps the most helpful minicon in the game. Alright, so we got this guy here. So I think we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 turrets left. Now we only have 6. Oh look, and here come the light units. For some reason, I had a real problem getting these light units. I don't know why. Like, they're the easiest possible enemies to fight, and I just could not shoot them. I don't know why. And I think that's the last of those guys. So now we just gotta focus on the turrets. And I missed all of them. Fantastic. Alright. Got this one smoking. We're in the butter zone. And dead. Alright, so we got these two guys. Dropship. When I was playing this, I totally forgot there's a dropship, and so I totally freaked out. But there's a dropship. That's why I got out of there really fast. I did not remember there being dropships. And they're all a whole bunch of medium units. And so I totally was not prepared. I'm like, holy crap, dropship! Gotta get out of here. And then I'm just kind of like bummed out that I have to fight all these guys now. It was much better on the original recording of the commentary because it was genuine fear and shock. Because I did not expect those two dropships to come out of nowhere. Now, if you notice, the medium units are shooting faster than they normally do. Medium units get tougher throughout the game. In fact, in the next level, they gain 2 new abilities, which I'll explain when we get to the next level. But they get pretty tough. Especially when they're being led by a commander unit. I think we meet the first commander unit in the next level as well. But commander units suck, and they organize the medium units and make the medium units much more hostile and organized and efficient. And medium units are just a pain to fight when they're being led and organized. But fortunately, we won't have to deal with that for another level. Alright, so we got 2 turrets? 3 turrets. 3 turrets. Again, just get in the butter zone. Our minicons are all drained out. And there we go. 2 more. But Optimus.
We've picked up a residual energon trace on Cyclonus. He's inside the temple. Intercept him before he escapes. Did you get that?
Yep. But in case you didn't notice, Optimus, I'm a little bit busy. I'm being shot at, and I would rather not die, so please don't call me when I'm fighting off enemies. It's just generally a bad idea, and you should know this because you're the commander. Just not smart. But don't worry, I'll handle it. Just like that. Okay, so now we could go to the temple right now and take on the enemies in the temple, but oh yeah, I'll deal with those guys later. But right now, I'm gonna go into the jungle and rescue the minicons that are in the jungle.